Hello, traders. Gary Wagner with the Silver Forecast here. Approximately 11 a.m. in Honolulu, Hawaii, Tuesday, the 29th day of March. And this is the daily report for silver. Silver is currently trading down off about 8 to 10 cents. As you can see, currently trading at 37.05, 37.06. We are looking at a daily chart. This daily chart is in average or Henkin format, and it is our first chart of the day to take a look at. Here's what we're looking at, and here's what I'm finding. The interesting thing right now is this consolidating pattern that we're seeing. In other words, as the market has come down, absolutely we can see it's trading a little bit different than gold, which is under a little bit more pressure. We've got this really, really strong support line sitting right in here. Now, of course, our game plan is to take a look to see how this market wants to react, and if in fact we're going to see a further correction, where that correction might take us to. And that's what we'll discuss all here on today's daily report. Now, when we convert that Henkin chart back to just a candlestick chart, I think you're going to find something very, very interesting. And that is that over these last couple of days, what we have witnessed is, although the markets, it has been making these lower lows right in here, what is most interesting are these small bodied candles. There's a tremendous amount of consolidation going on. And the last time we saw that kind of activity, you can see right in here, the market did come down a little bit, formed a base, and then moved back up. Is that going to be the case again? Well, I'm not really sure, but I can tell you this. We do not really have indications right now that this market has found absolute support and is heading back up. Therefore, my recommendation is going to be that we sit on the sidelines and watch to see where this market wants to go. Of course, one of our benchmarks that I feel very, very strongly about in this market is when we analyze our silver market within the context of this Andrews pitchfork. Realize that all I'm using the Andrews pitchfork for is to enter some basic channel lines. Now, the interesting thing, once again, what we saw when we saw this market move up like this is right back at the beginning of March, we saw it hit that particular area and absolutely find resistance. Because what's interesting when you look at this, what you really want to focus on is where these closes are. Because the closes are, to me, very, very important. And as you can see, they are all under that particular channel line. Let me go ahead and change the color of my pointer today, especially against the black. But as I said, as you can see, these closes are all below that channel line. Then, as the market comes down, it certainly does find support, and it finds support pretty hard right in this area. And when it came back up, as you can see, this close here is above, but these subsequent closes are all below this channel line. So where do I feel comfortable re-entering the market? Well, I will tell you this. If we can sustain and see a close above this channel line, I have no problems buying the breakout. However, if it cannot close and find support above this particular channel line, my sentiment is, of course, that the market will trade back down to this channel line, or probably a 50 or 66% variation in between these 2 points. But there is no doubt that for me to feel very, very secure right now from the long side, I really need to see, in terms of the marketplace itself, I need to see silver close above this particular channel line here. And until it does that, my sentiment is that there is a potential that it will, in fact, trade back down to the lower channel line. Of course, it's much, much too early in the week to pay any kind of credence in terms of any candlestick signals that we might get from our weekly chart, because we are, in fact, looking at a weekly candlestick chart. But the reason for showing you this chart is that, at least tentatively, and realize this candle can change, it's got 3 more strong trading days to do that. But tentatively right now, it is a black candle. So it has been trading lower than the open on Sunday here, Monday in Australia. And it could form a number of different types of patterns if it continues to trade lower. It could form a dark cloud. It could form an engulfing bearish. If it stays in the small area like it is now, it could actually form what's called a small-bodied star. So we'll have to pay close attention and see where this candle develops to based on the trading range. This has been Gary Wagner wishing you, as always, good trading, and we'll talk to you tomorrow for another daily report. Bye-bye.